Arrive and drive.
This is my dad, Charles. The man is always on the go. Usually, he has a sports drink with lunch. But today, instead of a drink of tons of sugar, we're making our own with strawberries, lime, and a little mint. Then, Mom adds some sparkling water. It's a healthy drink that's loaded with flavor. Will my go-getter daddy approve? He does.
Celebrate healthy choices that lead to more successful futures. Visit CalFreshHealthyLiving.org.
Home office. It started a few years ago at the kitchen table. Then, many of us turned our third bedrooms into functional workspace with every kind of technology imaginable. The home office selection at Fresno's Fashion Furniture, including the most beautiful desks, chairs, file cabinets, and accessories available. Check out the home office selection at Fresno's Fashion Furniture. There's nothing like it in all of California.
Jurassic Quest is back and bigger than ever. See life-size animatronic dinosaurs, walking dinos, baby dinos, and so much more. Starting May 20th in Fresno. Tickets are flying fast. Buy in advance at JurassicQuest.com.
Hello? I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a girl that could.
Why do we shoot baskets with paper balls? For the same reason we play scratchers from the California Lottery. Because a little play can make your day.
We've got clear skies this morning with cool temperatures, more sunshine this afternoon, and this is the beginning of a warmer trend that takes us to summer-like heat into the weekend. Outside first to show you a live picture from our Valley Cam. This is at Ksee Health in Visalia. You can see the sunlight peeking over the South Valley and the Tulare County Mountains this morning. In Visalia, 50 degrees now, winds northwest at 5 miles an hour, and we might have the occasional winds picking up close to 15 miles an hour this afternoon. Here's what it looks like in the foothills of Tulare County. A live picture from Lake Ksee, thanks to Sequoia Parks Conservancy. That is their webcam. Notice a little bit more cloud cover as we head up the hill on the 198. For the valley today, low 70s at lunchtime. Our highs today right around 80 degrees, warmer than yesterday, and we're closer to average. But this weekend, the heat settles in. Matter of fact, we have a heat advisory that lingers into next week. We'll show you that extended forecast with summer-like temperatures in a few minutes. For now, we'll send it back to you.
I think we all can agree it's been just beautiful weather for a bike ride, and May is actually Bike Month. Well, Fresno Mayor Jerry Dyer held a Ride with the Mayor event. Take a look.
You gotta use the brakes a lot.
I'm glad to see he's wearing his helmet. Well, the route took bicyclists through some low traffic roads in downtown Fresno. Actually highlighted some new protected bikeways on First Street.
It was relaxing, enjoyable, and I hope that more and more people get out here on their bikes and enjoy Fresno, enjoy some of the protected bike lanes that we've put in, and we're going to put in more.
Fresno should be a perfect city to ride your bike. It's flat. We have most of the time, we have perfect weather for riding. So all we need is more infrastructure that makes it safe for all to ride our streets.
Well, a Bike Month proclamation was also issued before hitting the bike trails, including updates on improving bike networks in the city of Fresno. All right, get out there, ride your bikes. Ksee 24 sunrise time, about 6:30, still ahead. Affordable housing is on the top for the agenda today for the Fresno City Council. Their plan on how to make it all happen after the break.
Free menstrual products are being offered in boys' bathrooms.
The fact is, men do not menstruate.
Menstruating is not exclusive to cis women.
Yes, it is.
New Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil, today at 4 on Ksee 24.
The 6 pillars of character support student academics and their personal development.
Through Your Character Matters, the Tulare County Office of Education and Ksee 24 bring you stories of students living these values.
Each week, you'll meet great role models with inspiring stories.
Of community service, standing up for others, and preparing themselves for the future.
We're proud to share these stories of young people changing the world for the better.
Your Character Matters, Tuesdays at 5 on Ksee 24, local news that matters.
The most common form of dementia is Alzheimer's. At Oasis Adult Day Program, we really focus on keeping your body and mind moving. So the more cognitive stimulation and exercise you do, the slower Alzheimer's or dementia progresses. Our whole purpose is to offer a safe and engaging environment so your loved one is able to have fun while you are getting your much-needed break. To learn more, call 559-224-9121.
Simply Spiked Lemonade. Made with real fruit that fell from its tree and rolled right into the party. Simply Spiked. Tastes like your favorite juice, now spiked. Now introducing Simply Spiked Peach. It's getting juicy.
The Baby Bell snack heroes are here to save the day and restore the goodness. Baby Bell, join the goodness.
She found it. The feeling of finding the psoriasis treatment she's been looking for. Sotyktu is the first of its kind once-daily pill for moderate to severe plaque psoriasis for the chance at clear or almost clear skin. It's like the feeling of finding that outfit psoriasis tried to hide from you, or finding your swimsuit is ready for prime time. Dad, once daily Sotyktu is proven to get more people clearer skin than the leading pill. Don't take if you're allergic to Sotyktu. Serious reactions can occur. Sotyktu can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB. Serious infections, cancers including lymphoma, muscle problems, and changes in certain labs have occurred. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, liver or kidney problems, high triglycerides, or had a vaccine or plan to. Sotyktu is a TYK2 inhibitor. TYK2 is part of the JAK family. It's not known if Sotyktu has the same risks as JAK inhibitors. Find what plaque psoriasis has been hiding. Ask your dermatologist about Sotyktu for clearer skin. So clearly you. Sotyktu.
1,000 positions hiring. Endless opportunity. Benefit from world-class training. A six-figure starting salary. And make a positive difference in your community. Apply now. Scan the code or visit jointhechp1000.com.
Are you in the mood for some more news? Welcome back. Magic time. Oh my God.
The Drew Barrymore Show, today at 2 on KC24.
KC24 News is online at NorthCentralValley.com.
Local news that matters. This is KC24 News Sunrise.
Coming up on KC Sunrise, a man back on the streets after allegedly exposing himself to a teacher and several students.
We're planning to have park rangers throughout the city.
Plus, an alleged bank robber calling in false threats to a Fresno high school as a district to get away with the money.
So we believe he did create the call to create a diversion.
And affordable housing now the top of the list for the Fresno County City Council as they move to make some renovations. KC Sunrise starts now. All righty, good morning, everyone. I'm Tara Mitchell. Thank you so much for joining us today. Brody Logan has the day off, but for now, let's take a live look out the door. If you're waking up with us, approximate time 6:31, and my goodness, I'm blinded by this bright sun, Ruben, but it's beautiful. Good morning.
It is, and it's cool out there. Warmer this afternoon, but as we head into the weekend, we are talking about dealing with summer-like heat. As a matter of fact, we do have an advisory in effect for the valley this weekend, and when things start to warm up, our breeze slowly starts to die down. Still not too bad out there. Still somewhat breeze, winds close to 10 miles an hour in some locations. They might occasionally pick up close to 15 miles an hour this afternoon, but that's it. Then things heat up really fast. So we're right around 50 degrees this morning, kind of cool out there. We're going to be right around 80 degrees this afternoon, closer to average, which is 81. Some valley spots might hold on to the 70s for afternoon highs, but definitely warmer for all Central Valley cities today. And of course, also warmer in the Foothill and Mountain communities. A little less cloud cover, but expect to see a few clouds in Shaver and Yosemite with mild temperatures this afternoon. Sunshine in the foothills for Oakers with a high of 73. Into Mother's Day weekend, we are dealing with summer-like heat. I'll show you those numbers in a few minutes. For now, we'll send it back to you.
Well, we are still continuing to follow that breaking news. Police are still investigating a deadly shooting in central Fresno. Now we're going to take a live look to the scene right now. Police responded to a ShotSpotter report. This is off of Fresno and White Streets just before 2 in the morning. Now again, we've been continuing to follow this since the early hours of today. Taking a live look, we're still seeing some police presence, not as heavy as we've seen in the past couple of hours. Again, This is specifically, police tell us that this is by Fresno Street, north of Belmont. It's going to remain closed. We're not sure how long. Now, again, if you're waking up, taking the kids to school or work, I would suggest taking that alternate route. We'll continue to give you updates on later editions of Ksee 24, both on the air and on our website. Well, we're following a developing investigation into some gunfire in Kerman, leaving a man in critical condition. Tony Body with the Fresno County Sheriff's Office says at around 8:30 yesterday evening, Kerman police arrived to the area of Vinland and Sunset. Well, they actually finding a vehicle that was pulled over, and inside was a man suffering from a gunshot wound. They immediately started providing medical aid, I should say, until EMS arrived to the scene, then transported them to the hospital. Well, he is currently in critical condition. Kerman police are continuing to investigate, and they say there were other people in that vehicle, and they are speaking with them to try and figure out what exactly happened. An alleged bank robber is now in custody, and police are saying he tried orchestrating a series of crimes in hopes to get away with a big bag of cash. That man, now identified as 42-year-old Marcus Banksby, and police say that his crime spree started with the carjacking of an AT&T van and a hoax call of an active shooter at Bullard High School. Jennifer Ortega has more on this developing story.
This is an unusual case. This is one of the things when the suspect did call in, the phone did come back to that number that the suspect had.
Christopher Clark with Fresno Police says it all started Tuesday afternoon in Madera County. They say 42-year-old Marcus Banksby allegedly carjacked an AT&T van at gunpoint and made his way into Fresno. Several minutes later,
our officers responded to Bullard High School for a report of an armed subject walking around the campus. We quickly determined that was a hoax call.
They say after Banksby called 911 reporting an active shooter, he then drove to the Central Valley Community Bank on Fresno Street in the AT&T van. Police say he walked into the bank wearing a mask and told the teller he was armed.
In fear of the suspect being armed, the money was handed over, and the suspect did take the money and leave the location. So we believe he did create the call to create a diversion. However, our officers did respond to the bank in an efficient time.
Police were able to track Banksby down in the stolen van to Teague Avenue and connect him to all three crimes.
As far as the call that was created at Bullard High School, it did come back to the phone that the suspect was using.
Police say Banksby was never on Bullard High School's campus. He was arrested and booked into the Fresno County Jail.
The diversion was not successful because at the end of the day, the suspect was arrested on charges related to the bank robbery and the carjacking.
Jennifer Ortega, Ksee 24, local news that matters.
Well, continuing some coverage this morning in Fresno, a man has been released out of jail after allegedly exposing himself to a group of children and a teacher at Woodward Park. That suspect is 24-year-old Eduardo Zaput. A teacher and a group of children are claiming that he entered a woman's restroom exposing himself. Well, the teacher then forcing Zaput to leave the restroom and immediately called police. He was arrested and booked on charges of indecent exposure, obstructing a public officer, and possession of a controlled substance. Well, Fresno Police Department's Chris Clark said that they are working on adding extra security to parks here in Fresno.
We're planning to have park rangers throughout the city. This alone can prevent matters like this from happening because there's a presence. Although they cannot investigate these crimes, they work closely with us, and we can have a police response even faster because they are on scene.
Well, a man is now in custody after a wild police chase that's actually stretching from Firebaugh to Kerman, and it ends in a crash. Firebaugh police are saying they tried detaining a man for suspected domestic violence. But then he took off in an SUV. Officers began to chase him, but that suspect was driving at speeds over 100 miles an hour. The Fresno County Sheriff's Office helicopter then following the suspect all the way to Kerman. The chase ending when he crashed into the back of a big rig. Kerman police then stepping in to detain him. Well, caught on camera, a Tulare County Sheriff's deputy interrupting an armed robbery at a South Valley convenience store. This all happened on Tuesday night at the Plainview Market in Tulare County. Well, three men rolled up to the convenience store, one running inside with an armed gun. At the same time, as a deputy was pulling into the parking lot, he noticed that the car was actually matching the description of a stolen vehicle. That's when the armed suspect ran back to the car, taking off. Police eventually tracked down the 3 suspects in Porterville. Deputies also finding 3 guns, masks, and other evidence inside the car. Well, millions of dollars worth of affordable housing for the city of Fresno will be at the city council agenda later today. One of the agenda items includes a $1.5 million loan to complete the renovation of the historic Hotel Fresno. That building is being converted to apartments for affordable housing. The ground level will include a retail and common area for community events, while the upper 6 floors will host some residential units. Well, Ksee 24 sunrise time, reading 6:38, still ahead. We'll look at why President Biden is under investigation, and why his family received millions from foreign entities.
And our temperatures are warming up fast. First, your 40 allergy forecast brought to you by Boz Allergy. Oak, sycamore, and privet are the top pollens. We are in the medium to medium high range for Sunday. I'll show you the heat advisory in effect for Mother's Day weekend as Ksee Sunrise continues.
We'll take it from here.
Your daughter goes to school with the defendant?
Yeah.
She said her father was abusive.
We need her testimony.
She's my kid, Nolan. She says she doesn't remember anything.
We need to find out why she set the bus on fire.
You can tell us what happened.
Wife found his head in the drive.
Suspect has a rock-solid alibi.
He was in prison the night of the hit.
There's something bigger going on here.
Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines.
It's Central Valley Honda dealers' race to save. Race in now for supercharged savings, like a $279 a month lease on Civic. Boldly delivering up to 42 mpg. $279 a month on HRV, with loads of cargo space and available all-wheel drive. And $369 a month on Accord Hybrid, hitting up to 51 mpg. But you gotta get here fast. Our Race to Save event ends Memorial Day.
We are the tillers, the nurturers, the architects of flowers that spark the senses, landscapes that conserve our water, seedlings that will one day help provide the oxygen we breathe. We are the caregivers, cultivating and protecting. We are the garden coaches in classes and seminars, consultants at homes and businesses, encouraging and inspiring. Now together, we are the future. We are Belmont Nursery.
Your feet, not something you think about every day, right? But when something happens to them, where do you go? Stockdale Podiatry Group. That's where. They understand that foot disorders are painful and complex. That's why they use the most advanced technology to diagnose all kinds of disorders. Come see us in our new Visalia location and find out the answers to your aching feet. Call 559-624-1405 for an environmentally safe appointment.
I'm Fresno Mayor Jerry Dyer. During my 40 years in police work, I saw firsthand the devastation experienced by families who lost a child at the hands of a murderess. As a grandparent, my greatest fear is to lose one of my 5 beautiful grandchildren. We must do more to protect our children, and it all begins with awareness. Please do your part.
Let's be street smart.
It's the 37th annual Pismo Beach Classic Car Show, June 2nd through the 4th. This 3-day event is one of the largest car shows in the country and features hundreds of show cars, live music, great food, and beer garden. Admission is free. Come stay in Pismo Beach and see the cool cars. Go to experiencepismobeach.com for more info and to book your stay. It's the Pismo Beach Classic Car Show, June 2nd through the 4th. Don't miss it.
And temperatures are on the cool side this morning, and we're heating up to more seasonal conditions this afternoon. But this weekend, it's going to feel more like the middle of July rather than the middle of May. Outside, to show you a live picture of the sunrise happening right now from our Valley Cam at Sunmade. Palm and Herndon, Northwest Fresno. You can see things are quiet here. Traffic-wise, looks like things are pretty calm in Herndon this morning. Temperature of 51 degrees in Fresno. Winds northwest at 8 miles an hour. We're still going to have the occasional breeze close to 15 miles an hour. And of course, when temperatures heat up, people tend to head to the golf course more often. Temperatures in the 70s by midday. today, low 80s for our afternoon highs for today. And we're close to average, which is 81, but the winds start to calm down tomorrow, close to the 90s, and then we jump into the 90s this weekend with a heat advisory in effect for the entire valley. We're going to see some clouds on Sunday, Mother's Day. Might feel a little humid, and those clouds could prevent us from making it up into the triple digits. If not, it could actually be much hotter than that high of 97. We'll have the forecast into next week in a few minutes. First, for now, we'll send it back to you.
Well, Senator Dianne Feinstein now returning to Capitol Hill after a nearly 3-month absence due to her health issues. Feinstein casting her first 2 votes on the Senate floor on Wednesday afternoon after missing 2 earlier votes that were held before her arrival. Well, the senator is also set to attend a Judiciary Committee meeting today and vote on judicial nominees who have been delayed in her absence. Feinstein is expected to keep a lighter schedule moving forward after a lengthy bout with shingles that began back in February. The Republican chairman of the House Oversight Committee claims that members of President Joe Biden's family actually receive millions from overseas entities. James Coomer is now saying bank records support Republican allegations that Hunter Biden and other family members were paid millions over the past several years. The report does not contain any evidence of any illegal activity, but also does not show any payments made to President Biden while he was vice president or after he left office. Well, New York Congressman George Santos is facing federal charges, including money laundering and fraud. Santos entered a not guilty plea back in court after turning himself in. Well, he's charged with theft of public funds for collecting pandemic unemployment insurance, even though authorities say he had a job. The prosecutors also accusing Santos of duping donors and stealing from his campaign funds. That's money that he reportedly used for some personal expenses. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy says he won't immediately ask for his resignation unless he's convicted.
If a person is indicted, they're not on committees, they have the right to vote, but they have to go to trial.
If he's convicted, I think a lot of members will step up and submit a vote to expel him.
The House makes its own rules for how the chamber operates, and there are no set rules that indicate what should happen if a member of Congress faces any criminal charges. Ksee 24 sunrise time, just about 6:45, still ahead. Repair crews utterly surprised by a scaly friend they found in the pipes. Oh my goodness, that story coming up.
Play with the best. At Ksee Gold Resort and Casino, we don't just offer fun, we offer you the best. No other casino in the Central Valley rewards its guests more than we do. Only at Ksee.
Hi, I'm Mayor Jerry Dyer, inviting you to attend this year's State of the City Luncheon on Wednesday, May 24th at the Fresno Convention and Entertainment Center. The city of Fresno is on the move, and I'm thrilled to share some of the remarkable things happening in communities throughout our city. Join me in highlighting community members who work every day to move Fresno forward and hear why our city is the best place to live and do business. Tickets on sale at FresnoChamber.com. That's FresnoChamber.com.
Starting tomorrow, Today takes you inside the King's coronation, the royal plans, fashion, and excitement. Then Saturday, we're live in London at the coronation of King Charles III. Starting tomorrow on Today.
You are what you litter. Coffee cups, cigarette butts, food wrappers, soda cans. Litterheads are a major problem. But we all have a choice. Don't be a litterhead. One vision, one mission, one Fresno.
Together, we can beautify Fresno. Find out how at beautifyfresno.org.
In our world, goodness is being threatened. But the Baby Bell Snack Heroes are here to save the day and restore the goodness. Baby Bell, join the goodness.
Accelerated urgent care, feel better, faster from anywhere. A doctor visit while you're on the go. Telemedicine from your phone. Accelerated urgent care. Accelerated urgent care, feel better, faster from anywhere. A doctor visit while you're on the go. Telemedicine from your phone. Accelerated urgent care.
It's called shared leadership, driven by each community in a groundbreaking setting, California's community schools, where parents and families, students and educators make decisions as one, creating the school and shaping futures together, based on the needs of their students, steeped in local culture, curriculum from cybersecurity to gardening, and assisting families with their needs, wellness centers, food pantries, and parental education. California's community schools, reimagining public education.
The latest conditions live. The Ksee 24 Valley Cam Network.
And our warm-up begins today. Not too bad. More seasonal temperatures. Most of the valley in the 80s, but we're watching this ridge of high pressure out in the Pacific. This is going to start to build over us today through the weekend. And that's the low that kind of just stalled the warm-up early on in the week, giving us some cloud cover, a nice breeze from time to time. Still a bit of a breeze for today, but the winds are dying down. And when that happens, the flow of cool air dies down. So we're heating up for Mother's Day weekend. Summer-like heat, the hottest temperatures of the year so far, and hottest temperatures since last summer. And of course, that ridge kind of still takes control of our weather pattern next week. But it's going to move off to the west a little bit, and these clouds roll in from these systems. They'll pull up moisture from the south, kind of a monsoon pattern we usually see in July, August, September. So in addition to being hot for a good portion of the weekend, it might be a little humid for our standards in Central California starting on Sunday into early next week. You're going to see those clouds build, and our temperatures for the most part will be 94 to 99 degrees. So the National Weather Service has issued a heat advisory for the entire Central Valley from noon Saturday all the way through Monday night at 8 o'clock. Today, though, plenty of sunshine, more seasonal temperatures. We'll see a few clouds develop on the backside of the mountain range. That's about it, though. Really no threat of showers or thunderstorms in the mountains. And yesterday, some of that cloud cover drifted down to the valley floor. Really not the case today. More sunshine for everyone tomorrow. The atmosphere is going to be dry, not too humid tomorrow. Pretty much the same deal on Saturday. By late Saturday, we might see some clouds develop again on the backside of the mountain range. Temperatures are heating up. Snow melt a big concern. We've got that flood advisory in effect for the San Joaquin River and that flood warning for the Kings River until further notice due to water release from Pine Flat Dam and Fright Dam. Valley Cam powered by Eagle Mountain Casino. Live picture this morning from the casino in Porterville this morning. Looking off to the east, you do see a little bit of cloud cover over the Tulare County Mountains this morning, and there's more sunshine to be had for everyone. Winds are staying below 10 miles an hour for most of the valley this morning, and they might be close to 15 miles an hour in the afternoon. Upper 40s to low 50s right now. We are going to be in the upper 70s in some valley locations today and low 80s in other locations here, but it's still going to be seasonal for our temperatures. Upper 70s in the foothills, low 50s in the foothill communities, and then of course up in the Sierra, 59 for Shaver Lake this afternoon. And your Chance Getaway weekend forecast shows a little bit of fog and cloud cover in the Bay Area. Temperatures in the 60s and 70s. 80s possible in Reno this weekend. 60s for Lake Tahoe. Southern California really going to feel the heat. Triple digits in Palm Springs, and then 90s in Las Vegas, Nevada. Los Angeles and San Diego, upper 60s to lower 70s with some fog and cloud cover in the morning. These are our friends Zeus and Haas. They've been on the dog walking forecast before, and we're welcoming them back. Thank you to Amy for sending me this picture on my Instagram account. So get them out for a walk today. Might be a little warm for their standards in the afternoon, but make sure they have plenty of water, because if it's hot for you, it's hot for them. As always, we're looking for pictures of your pups. Just go to Ruben Ksee 24 on social media. We'll show them right here. 7-day forecast shows close to 90 degrees tomorrow, low 90s on Saturday, mid to upper 90s Mother's Day the following Monday. That heat advisory expires Monday night. Next week, not as hot, but still hot for mid-May in the Central Valley by Wednesday. YourCentralValley.com has your forecast any time of the day. For now, we'll send it back to you.
Well, it's official. Warner Brothers has officially announced that Beetlejuice 2 is coming to the big screen. Well, there's, of course, little information available about the follow-up to Tim Burton's 1998 film about a pesky spirit, but we do know that the filmmaker is returning along with Michael Keaton as Beetlejuice, Winona Ryder as Lydia, and they are bringing on Wednesday's star Jenna Ortega as Lydia's daughter. Well, Beetlejuice 2 hits theaters on September 6, 2024. Well, let's go ahead. Talk about some food. I'm excited to talk about this because Burger King is bringing some color to its classic burger. Well, it's all to celebrate the new Spider-Man movie, and the fast food chain will sell Whoppers with some red-dyed buns and black sesame seeds. Well, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is setting to premiere on June 2nd, and the Red Whopper will be available for a limited time starting this week. All right, well, this is getting me a little scared right now, but a 5-foot alligator was found roaming in Florida through a town's underground storm pipes. Oh, of course, today Brody's not here. I can't give him anything being from Florida. Well, Public Works stormwater crew was in for a little surprise while investigating a series of potholes. City officials say, let this be a friendly reminder not to play in any storm water pipes. Well, dog lovers gathered in San Diego on Saturday to enter their pooches in the annual puppy prom. Well, just lots of pampered pets dressed in glamorous outfits and sparkly costumes. Well, they gathered to determine who was best dressed in the show. This year, Bear, the Yorkshire Terrier, dressed in a blue outfit with the gold crown, was awarded Doggy King, while Bitsy, another Yorkshire Terrier who had her own tiny car, snapped up the coveted Doggy Queen title. Well, the prom raises money to help the Woodward Animal Center look after rescued and abandoned dogs. The annual parade is in its 9th year. Well, Ksee 24 sunrise time reading 6:52. We'll take a look at this morning's top stories after the break. Stick with us, but for now.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. Coming up on today, a live report from the southern border where U.S. troops are on alert with Title 42 just hours away from expiring. We'll have the very latest. Also ahead, a glaring problem, newer headlights that can be blinding to other drivers. This morning, a firsthand look at one potential solution to make them safer. And then a very personal story from our Morgan Ksee, the health scare during a hike that landed him in the ICU and what everyone needs to know about the condition behind it. And then Mike Tirico will join us with some exciting and exclusive news, revealing two of the NFL's most anticipated matchups next season, including the big kickoff game. When and where? When we see you just a few minutes from now here on Today.
Deborah Norville in London for the coronation of the king.
All the pomp and ceremony.
Exclusive coverage with Deborah, Allison Hall, and Amanda Holden. Watch the next Inside Edition.
Inside Edition tonight at 7 on Ksee 24.
Tonight at 6 on Ksee 24. Join me as I take you on a tour of the people and places that made history right here in our backyard. This week, the place whose name is based on a lie on the map.
Brought to you by the Fresno County Historical Society.
Topo Chico Hard Seltzer. Mexican-inspired flavors. Crisp taste. Crafted with soul. Always refreshing. Always diferente.
Celebrate the mom in your life. Choose from our collection of gift sets starting at $99.
Hey, Central Valley, Mario Lopez here, and I'm here to tell you that Eagle Mountain Casino's new location right off Highway 65 in Porterville is now open with more of everything. More winning, more slots, more table games, more dining, and more entertainment. A tap house and a center bar where you can enjoy your favorite sports and drinks. So sign up to the new Legacy Rewards. Eagle Mountain Casino is still the people's casino, closer to you, right off Highway 65 in Porterville.
When it came to preventing America from defaulting on its debt, John Duarte had two options: make the rich pay their fair share or back his party to hike up costs and slash things we depend on. Here's what his vote means: higher rent, healthcare, and utility costs. Duarte even slashed funding for veterans, all while protecting tax breaks for billionaires and big corporations. So tell John Duarte, don't default on the debt and make us pay the price.
She found it. The feeling of finding the psoriasis treatment she's been looking for. Sotyktu is the first of its kind once daily pill for moderate to severe plaque psoriasis for the chance at clear or almost clear skin. It's like the feeling of finding that outfit psoriasis tried to hide from you, or finding your swimsuit is ready for prime time. Dad, once daily Sotyktu is proven to get more people clearer skin than the leading pill. Don't take if you're allergic to Sotyktu. Serious reactions can occur. Sotyktu can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB. Serious infections, cancers including lymphoma, muscle problems, and changes in certain labs have occurred. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, liver or kidney problems, high triglycerides, or had a vaccine or plan to. Sotyktu is a TYK2 inhibitor. TYK2 is part of the JAK family. It's not known if Sotyktu has the same risks as JAK inhibitors. Find what plaque psoriasis has been hiding. Ask your dermatologist about Sotyktu for clearer skin. So clearly you. Sotyktu.
Ksee 24 News is online at NorthCentralValley.com.
Here's a look at today's top stories. Police are investigating a deadly shooting in central Fresno. Police responded to a ShotSpotter report off of Fresno and White Streets just in time before 2 a.m. Officers say they found two men with gunshot wounds. They were taken to CRMC One died and the other is listed in critical condition. Police say Fresno Street north of Belmont will remain closed for the next several hours. And gunfire in Kerman leaving a man in critical condition. The Fresno County Sheriff's Office saying around 8:30 last night, Kerman police arrived to the area of Vinland and Sunset. That's where they found a vehicle pulled over. They looked inside and found a man suffering from a gunshot wound. They immediately started providing medical aid until EMS arrived and then transported them to the hospital. Well, he is currently in critical condition, and Kerman police are continuing to investigate. They say that there were other people in the vehicle and are speaking to them to try to figure out what exactly happened. In Fresno, a 24-year-old man named Eduardo Zaput was released out of jail after allegedly exposing himself to a group of children and a teacher at Woodward Park. He was arrested and booked on charges of indecent exposure, obstructing a public officer, and possession of a controlled substance. Fresno Police Department said they are working on adding extra security to the parks in Fresno. An alleged bank robber now in custody, and police saying he tried orchestrating a series of crimes in hopes to get away with a bag of cash. That man, now identified as 42-year-old Marcus Banksby. Well, police say his crime spree started with the carjacking of an AT&T van and a hoax call of an active shooter at Bullard High School. Soon after, he was tracked down and arrested. In the North Valley, officials in Turlock adding chlorine to the city's water supply later this month. It's aiming to remove bacteria and other contaminants from the city's groundwater. First Spring Carnival at the Fresno Fairgrounds kicks off today. The event is considered a preview of the big Fresno Fair coming up in October. Well, Spring Carnival runs today through Sunday. Admission is free for you. Unlimited ride wristbands start at about $30.
And it's going to be heating up for that Spring Carnival this weekend. Take you outside first to show you a live picture from our Valley Cam. This one at Meadow Lakes in Fresno County. We're looking down towards the valley portion of Fresno and Fresno County. Clovis off in the distance. It's going to be a warm one for today, but this is really nothing compared to what's in store for this weekend. More seasonable temperatures, close to the average of 81 for this time of year, and still breezy from time to time, but the winds calm down tomorrow. Close to the 90s. We jump into the 90s starting this weekend. We've got a heat advisory in effect for the entire valley Saturday through Monday night here. Now, we're going to see some clouds moving on Mother's Day and again the following Monday, so it's going to feel a little humid. If we get enough cloud cover, we will avoid the triple digits. If not, we could easily make it to 100, 101, maybe 99, but overall, it's going to be hot for this time of year. Record highs will be challenged in certain parts of the valley. We'll send it back to you this morning.
All right, Ruben, thank you. Have a wonderful rest of your morning. We'll see you back here for midday.
Good Thursday morning. A major border restriction now just hours away from being lifted.
Cities and towns along the border bracing for what's to come. It is May 11th. This